Welcome everybody to this new video Tech Express. I'm going to be showing you today how to create a custom professional website with a Webflow tutorial for beginners. The first thing we wanted to do is to sign up and explore the Webflow. But to start your web design journey, sign up with a Webflow account. So once you are logged in, it's going to be taking some time to explore the Webflow interfaces. So we wanted to familiarize, of course, with the various panels and tools that will empower to design and building your actual website. So the process of creating an account actually is not that hard. Actually, as you can see, we did it into less than one actual section here. So what I wanted to do is to get started with an actual new site into the upper side. I'm gonna go here into the new site, and now it's gonna be asking you if you wanted to get started with a blank site or with an actual template. What I can totally suggest to you is that you don't know anything about this actual website, because this is the actual element to creating an actual custom website, is to get started with an actual template. So templates are going to be showing you an actual design so you can see which one currently fails with the actual needs of your own. So let's say, for example, I'm going to scroll down and I have now the startup. You wanted to make sure that you have enabled the free plan available, because you don't want to pay for an actual website that you are not sure you want to stick around with, or maybe not. So I'm going to choose this option. I'm going to go for select, and I was going to be asking you for the site name. I'm going to go and name this Tech Express. Let's go and create an actual site. Now this part, what you want to design your actual website. You wanted to enter the design phase by customizing your chosen template or building your design from the ground up. Now Webflow intuitive drag and drop interfaces makes it easier to add elements, to change the layout. This one is actually charging. And lastly, to make it easier to stylize your website to perfection. So I can go and follow the prompts instructions to get started with an actual website. For example, creating the size. I can change my logo and fonts and classes. I'm gonna go here into Got It, and you can see that here into the stylist, I can change the elements of my website, including the typography, the size, the colors, the align, the styles, the background, and so much more. I'm gonna go and add a new background. There we go. And later on, I can choose an image if I wanted to, or I can choose a linear gradient. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna choose to change from this color from aqua, and the second one, let's say something like this, but a little bit more darker. So it kind of looks great so far. Now I can change the angle if I wanted to. Check out how it actually looks when I move the angle. Later on, what I can do is to change the borders of all my website, the radius of this, for example. I'm going to go into the upper side. I'm going to change the actual typography of them. I'm going to go for something like this. Weight, normal, the size and the color should be left in like that, and we're actually good to go. Each time you wanted to change something, first of all, select the element you wanted to edit, and then later on you can see that the actual element has not been edited as you clicked on it. So the weight, for example, is going to be bold, and I can change the actual size if I wanted to. If I click into the upper side, I can go for pages and focus in a specific section of my website. For example, the body. I'm going to click here. I have the contact. Check out that all of this has now been edited as I am moving on and on. I'm going to click here, and I can edit more stuff. For example, the style, the size is as you saw that we actually did it here. Now lastly, you can connect your site to a dynamic data. So we can add and edit blog posts, help articles, etc. without even touching your website, designing by creating CMS collections. Adding images, editing videos, and so much more. It hasn't been more easier. So I'm gonna click into my image and delete it because I don't need it to show it at the moment. Now, customizing the content with some localizators is going to appear here in the settings and localizations. As you should see here, we have the supported locally, and we can of course try to change from people who are talking only into English. I'm going to try to add a new local, and here let's say for people who speak Spanish, for example. So I choose this option, set their code for this local is S, and of course I needed here to save it. And there we go. We can enable this if you wanted to, but of course we needed to upgrade my plan in order to publish this actual website. The next thing what I can do is to get more helps with some video tutorials. Now Webflow, there's a lot of things to do here into Webflow, and there's a lot of designing and stuff to do here into the Webflow Elementor. So usually what we do is to just select the elements that we needed to edit. For example, welcome to our store. right? So it's stuff like that, really easy stuff, like for example editing the text, editing the images, editing the portfolio, the about, the contact button, and all of that. But if I wanted to edit, to add plugins, to let's say add in a specific section for example, let's say, I don't know, maybe selling stuff, product paging, different blogs and all of that, usually what we do is to go directly into the Webflow tutorial so we can follow along. But if you want us to let us know how to get started with the Webflow with more and a specific tutorial and a specific task to be done here into your site, you can let us know into the comments below. Lastly, what we need to do is to publish our actual website. Of course, we have the staging of this actual website .webflow.io. So if you're okay with that, just publish the selected element. The website has not been preparing for the actual published. It doesn't look that bad, but I believe that the templates are a very great way to get started with. But at the end of the day, what we wanted to do is to add the elements as we are, let's say, having the knowledge to add those elements directly with all the tutorials of the actual Webflow. So guys, with that being said, we have now reached the very end of the video. But don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great tools, how we can get started here into Webflow. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Hopefully we can all see you next time.